everyone. I hope you are all doing well and great. So for today, we will be presenting to you a case study on Walt Disney Company. We will talk about the ethical dilemmas faced by the company, how they respond to it, as well as our response in resolving the dilemmas. But before we proceed to the presentation of our case study, let me just give you an overview of what Walt Disney Company is. The Walt Disney Company is a diversified U.S. entertainment conglomerate and multinational mass media company commonly known as just Disney. The company's headquarters are located in Burbank, California at the Walt Disney Studios. Disney is the second largest media group in the world after Comcast in regards to revenue. The company is also known for entertaining and inspiring people through the power of their storytelling, creative minds, and innovative technology throughout the world. How Walt Disney Company conduct their business. Like any company, Disney's business conduct is guided by their values and commitment to high ethical standards in everything they do and everywhere they operate. The company has 6 standards that employees and cast members should abide by, namely the integrity, trust, teamwork, honesty, play by the rules, and respect. This define not only the operating principles of the company, but also the spirit of its diverse global workforce and how they function. Although the company is committed to high ethical standards, it cannot be avoided that it faced numerous ethical dilemmas in the course of its business life. Some of these ethical dilemmas include employment and religious discrimination, the lack of diversity and the use of racial stereotypes of its films and movies, wage and hour violation, workplace safety, and pay inequalities.
Employment discrimination. So the response of Disney. So Walt Disney Parks and Resort has been a long history of accommodating a variety of religious requests from cast members of all faiths. However, because we have been not seen the lawsuit, we cannot comment specifically about the situation at this time. So discrimination is everywhere, even in our work. So in order to avoid discrimination to other people, we need to be mindful of our action and what we talk about. We both have different religious belief and a way of living, just like in the case of Disney. So in a good that Disney gave option to their employee, but they fail to consider the religious belief of the employee. With that, Disney must have to understand and allow the said employee to wear a jabba or headscarf at work.
Wage and hour violations. The Department of Labor reports Walt Disney Company violated wage law by deducting uniform or costumes expenses some employees' hourly pay. Disney violated the Labor Department minimum wage, overtime, and record-keeping prevention. By deducting money from costumes from some employees' paycheck, these employees made below federal minimum wage, which is $7.25. The department also found Walt Disney Company did not keep proper payroll record and did not compensate some employees for overtime. Employers cannot make deductions that take workers below the minimum wage and must accurately track and pay for all the hours their employers work, including any time they work before or after their scheduled shifts. This is the Disney Company response on that certain issue. On March 17, 2017, Disney reached an agreement on pay practices with the U.S. Department of Labor. The U.S. Department of Labor and 2 subsidiaries of the Walt Disney Company have reached an agreement that will provide 3.8 million in back wages to ensure the compliance with the Fair Labor Standard Act. As part of the agreement, Disney agreed to start training all Florida-based managers, supervisors, and non-exempt employees on what constitutes compensable work time and emphasizing the need to record all records pertaining to time accurately. Disney also stated that they will be adjusting their procedures to avoid the same type of labor violations in the future. Our response on that particular issue. Employees are one of the valuable assets of any business that help drive for a successful business operations. Giving them a fair wage they deserve is a must. That's why minimum wage laws are implemented to ensure that all workers or employees earn enough to pay for the basics and the employers can take advantage of them. But two subsidiaries of Walt Disney Company have violated this law. The company cannot deduction for the minimum wage of their employees, for it is clearly defined that minimum wage cannot be reduced by a collective agreement or individual contract. In addition, Disney has maintained accurate payroll, time, and schedule related record, perform a wage and hour self-audit every 2 years to avoid misclarification issues and to ensure that the company's record keeping and pay practices are consistent with the law.
One of the ethical dilemma of Disney Company is lack of diversity and use of racial stereotypes of Disney films. Disney response about this issue is they began labeling titles with disclaimers in November 2019, but recently straightened the message, explicitly calling some depictions reasons on its website. Our response about the Disney Company issue is that in order to safeguard the mental health of kids from all the backgrounds around the world, Disney Studio and its executive producer must identify and acknowledge these critical issues and make a commitment to change. Disney has a societal responsibility to set guidelines for how diverse characters are portrayed in movies. And they must also do their shares to dispel preconceptions from the past and present. Audience today aspire to witness a happily ever after in the timeline's narrative of diversity from Walt Disney Studios.
The fourth ethical dilemmas faced by Disney is the workplace safety, and this is what had happened. And this is our response regarding the issue. Managing safety and health of employees is an integral part of managing a business. With that, it is critical to put safety a top priority and ensure that all employees are working in a place free from known dangers. However, in this case, Disney have failed to do so. Disney did not have procedures in place for clearing conveyance ball traps. To prevent this issue from happening again, Disney needs to do a risk assessment to find about the hazards and risks in their workplace. At the same time, put measures to ensure these hazards and risks cannot cause harm to employees. Moreover, the company needs to develop a safety strategy or procedures that fits their facility. This can be providing PPE or holding training sessions for employees to provide necessary safety program information.
The fifth ethical dilemma of the Walt Disney Company is about a pay discrimination suit against Disney Ad Space secrecy claim. A claim that the company illegally prohibits employees from discussing pay has been added to a lawsuit accusing it of paying women less than men. Here is the company's response to this issue. Disney denied the allegations. The lawsuit's uninformed generalized allegations about Disney's policies and practices are baseless, a Disney spokesperson said. In point of fact, Disney maintains a robust pay equity practices and policies. Even before California's Fair Pay Act, Disney created a specialized team of compensation professionals and lawyers to analyze and address the company's pay equity practices. As to the individual claims, we are confident that they will be meritless when tested against the evidence rather than the rhetoric of the complaint. This is our response to this issue. For us, employees play a big role in Disney's success and future. They exert effort in their performances to do their respective jobs. They need to be appreciated as well. That is why Disney should be fair and equal to their employees when it comes to their pay. Men, especially women, have their own capabilities to do things that they ought to do for the job that they qualified to do. In line with this, they contributed a lot for the company's successful operations and such. That is why Disney should be more fair when it comes to their employees' pay on both sexes. Pay discrimination should be avoided. Disney should make a move to fix this issue. There will be no suit filed against Disney if they did not do such a thing. If they want to make good impressions on the public and their customers, they need to be good to their employees as well. Treating them fairly is a big help for a company to build strong relationships with their employees in effectively achieving their goals.
Despite these issues, Disney was able to rectify the dilemmas with care and duress without saying anything out of turn within the media light.